Okay, so let's say I say data equal to, and of course you can have list and list of list. Okay, so let's have 5 rows. Okay, and we will have data like uh, say Sachin, okay, cricket, okay, Mumbai, right? Let's say um, okay, so some values, and we'll now create a data frame out of this. So we'll say data underscore data frame equal to, okay, import pandas as bd dot data frame will convert data. Okay, and to give index, okay, so no, we don't want index. Okay, index, let it be default. Columns, so columns we will give first name, sports, city. Now you print data df. Okay, so I'm going to run P11. Okay, okay, so you see that, right? So you have name, sports, city. This is your column title, and these are the values here. All right. Okay. So okay. Now let's perform some uh, operation on it. Okay. So how do you perform? Let's say if you want to know the version of pandas itself. Okay. I want to know what version of panda are we using. See, Python version will be different and packages version will be different. Okay, because there are different team that will perform that will work on different packages, right? So package okay will be different and Python version will be different. Okay, now what can happen is your when you're developing an application, you're developing on, let's say, Python 3.11, right? But some features of pandas which was available in 5.10 may not be available in 5.11, right? So in that case, your version will not work. Okay, it's not working only because you are using a different version of Python, right? So or Pandas. So see, the Pandas version is 2.0.0. This is your Pandas version. Okay. So if the team makes any changes to the Pandas, of course it will change its version. Okay. Now let's say I want to figure out what is, let's say, location 0. Okay. So I'll say print data df dot loc. Okay. loc 0. Okay. Okay. So LFC 0, you see, it says name Sachin, sports cricket, and city Mumbai. So what does LOC give you?
Indexing.
First row, location, first row, right? This is
LOC
what,
means
uh,
LOC means
row. Okay, see, LOC means location. Okay.
okay.
And you can have, you have two types of functions here, LOC and ILOC, lock and iLock. Okay. And this is how I remember, lock and integer lock. Okay. Okay. So see, when I run this data frame here, okay. Okay. For now, let's say I don't give this column. Okay. I don't give column. So when you create data frame, what happens? Your column name is also 0, 1, 2, and index name is also 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, right? So in this case, see, everything has a position. Okay. So if you talk about column, the name of column is 0 and position of column is also 0. Name of column is 1 and position of column is also 1. Name of column is 2 and position of column is also 2. Now when I add these column names, if I give the specific column names, okay, when I give the specific column names, now what is the name of this column? What is the name of this
Name.
column? Name.
Name.
And what is
Name
the position of this column?
1 0
0. Yes.
Z.
So position is 0 and name
0.
is name. Yes. Position is 1 and so see, earlier when you don't give, name and position would be same. But when you give, okay, the name, okay, you will get name, okay, that you give, but the position that you will have is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's default. Now we have not given the name of row, correct? Since I have not given the name of row, can you all hear me okay? Hello?
Yes,
You can hear
you're
me, right?
audible.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm getting disturbance here. Okay. So if you give name, okay, then it would take the given name. But here I did not give name. I just gave.
Yes, sir, you're audible.
Uh, okay, I think there's some issue in between. Okay. So name here is okay. So when you are referring name, you use LOC. And when you are referring position, you have to use ILOC. Okay. Integer name. Okay. That's how I remember. Okay. So I will have number and LOC will have name. But when you do not give, when you do not give the name, in that case, name is also 0 only. Did you understand? Okay, so that's why when I'm saying LOC of 0, it is able to get that value. Okay. Okay. So, okay, 0 will give me first. Now, if I say LOC of 1, it gave me second row data. Correct? Okay. Now, I want second row, but first data. Data df of LOC. Okay. And here I say, let's say 0, comma 2. Okay. 0, comma 2. 0 and 2. See, you can get 2 rows. Okay.
Sir, how it will be printed if we give ILOC of 0, comma 2?
How it will print?
I'm asking that one. How it will be printed if we give ILOC of 0, comma 2?
We'll come to ILOC. Okay.
Okay, sir.
We'll come to ILOC. ILOC will also come to how to get the column only. Okay. But this is clear, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Um, now, okay. So you wanted using ILOC, right? Now, same way here. Okay. Let me try to add an index. Okay. I will try to add an index. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 0 to 4, right? Index equal to, we'll give our own index. Okay. So, okay. See, if I give 0 to 4, it will work fine. Okay. It's the same name. We'll give something else. Let's say we give A, B, C, D, E. Correct? Now, when you run it, see, it gave you error. Because now the name is not 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. But name is, in fact, A, B, C, D, E. So if I want second member, I have to say B. If I want first and third member, my system is getting stuck. If I want first and third, I have to say AC. All right, you see, Sachin and Dhoni, A and C. Okay. Now you wanted to know how to give ILOC, right? So if I want to give ILOC, I will say here print data df dot ILOC, okay, ILOC, and number of rows and number of columns. So here we gave column reference, so it gave 0, right? Now here I'll say 0. Let's see what happens. Right? Is it not same as LOC 0 earlier? Or now almost same as LOC B we gave, right? Correct? So when you're using ILOC, just give the row number. So when I say ILS is 0, it gave me first row data. Correct? I want A and C. A and C means 0 and 2. Okay. Now when I say 0 and 2, okay, now ILC will have row comma column. See, we also have column, right? We can't forget column. Okay. So when you run this, okay, what happened here? You get Mumbai only. Why? We are saying 0 row and second column. Comma means it takes as column. So you get Mumbai only. But if I want to get second and third, what I will do? I will say here one more list. Because comma is for column, right? Left of comma is row and right of comma is column. So 0 comma 2. Okay. And here, okay, if I give 2, I'm talking about third column. So I'm talking about 2 rows, first and third row, and I'm talking about third column. So see, you got third column values, first and third row. Clear? Okay, you can use colon just like we did in list and tuple. Okay, it's very similar to that. If I say 0 colon 2, it means I want 0, 1 and 2. That means 1, 2, 3, column first, second and third. And okay, in that case, you don't have to give bracket. Okay, bracket, this list is required if you're giving different values. If you're giving continuation because there is no comma here, right? So only comma and comma will create problem. So here there is no comma, so you can give it outside the list. And here I will say 1 colon 2. If I say 1 colon 2, how many rows will you get? How many columns? This is column, right? How many columns will you get? Fast. Come on. Don't sleep.
For 0 to 2, it will get 0, 1, 2, sir.
Okay.
For 1 and 2, there will be 2. 1 and only 2.
What are you talking, huh? 0 to 2 will give you 0 and 1. No. This is what we said. Starting
Okay,
value
sir.
is always including, ending value is up to.
Yes, sir.
Correct? So you will not get 0, 1 and 2. You'll get only 0 and 1. And here
And
you get
0
only
and
1.
1.
Okay. So you will get 2 rows and only 1 column. Same as what you got earlier. Okay. Just that this time it is giving you first column, not the third. I mean, second column, not the third column. Right? If you want to include third, you have to say 3. Is it? If you want to include third, you have to say 3. Because ending is always up to. Same concept applies in whether it is list or NumPy or your pandas. See? Now you know. Okay. So it is easier to use with iLog because you don't have to remember the column names or row names, right? But yes, sometimes it's easy when you are dealing with entire column. If you are dealing with entire row, it is easier to know if you know the either the number or the names. So mostly when we have a lot of data, I told you, we will not be able to give names, right? So we will not have index names in those cases. So mostly when we deal with data, almost 100% of the time, your rows will have the numbers and column will be having the names, right? So in column, you can use both log and ilog. That means, you can use the column numbers, names, but in row, okay, it's better to use only ilog. Okay. Now you will be able to get any data, right? Now tell me, if I need to print Sunil cricket and Ravi cricket. Okay, I want to display these 4 values here. D and E column. What should I give? So row I want 0,
D
1, 2,
1, 2,
3, 4. I want 3 and 4. So 3 and 4, so I'll go up to 5. Column I want 0 and 1. So I'll say
So 2.
0.
1,
You don't
0
have
to
to
2.
2.
say 0, right? So I will say 2 here. So I get 0 and 1. Because remember, when you start, if you want to start from 0, you don't have to give even 0. If you don't give, it is taken 0 automatically. Correct? If I don't give the last number here, it means I want the last value automatically. Right? So you don't have to give last or the first beginning number, ending number. Okay? So see, you got Sunil cricket, Ravi cricket. Make sense?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. So this is how you actually, okay, do the indexing. Okay. Uh, so now I think it's time to get into our data set. Okay. Okay, you can perform all the SQL operations on Pandas. Okay, all the SQL operations, right? All the select that you have merging, you have deleting. Okay, you want to do the conditions. Everything is possible on Pandas. Okay.
Yes.
So let's say I'm just thinking of some values, some operations. Okay, so let's say what I'll do is I'm going to put one more column here called runs, let's say. Okay, so we will add runs to all these. So let's say Sachin, we will say 19,000. Virat, we will say 10,000. Dhoni, we will say 11,000. Sunil, we will say 8,000. And Ravi, we will say 3,000. Okay. Now when you run it, okay, just want to make sure that everything is working fine. Okay. So yes, you got this, right? Okay. Now I want to find average of all the runs scored. Okay. So if you have to find average of all the runs scored in SQL, how do you do that? Remember or not?
For all the people or sir,
Yes, yes, of all the people.
select star from
What was the command? SQL. No, don't remember? We did average of that column, right? So here what we will do, I'm going to say print
like selector.
average of, yes, select what?
Select average of column name.
Correct, right? So here also you do data df, okay? data df and square bracket, and I want to access a particular column. If you want to access particular column, you don't have to say LOC. You can directly say square bracket column name. Column name when you give, okay, and spelling should match, isn't it? So runs, okay, and I'm going to say dot mean. And when you run it, so see, it should give you average, right? So 19 plus 10 plus 11. So you have 30,000, right? 40,000. 40,000, 51,000, right? So 51,000 by 5. So it should be 10 point something, isn't it? So 10 point something you got. Right? You want to do the sum. So directly apply the sum formula here. Okay. Now I want to drop a row, remove a row. I want to remove a row. Okay. You should be able to remove a row. You should be able to remove a column. So see, when you are referring row and column, okay, sometimes you will have to convey to the Python or pandas that you're talking about rows or you're talking about columns. So I say drop 0, but 0 what? Row or column? So we have something called as axis. Okay, so pandas has axis, and when you talk about axis 0, you talk about rows. So your axis 0 is row and axis 1 is column. Okay, so you'll come across axis. Axis equal to 0 is for rows and axis equal to 1 is not if, is for columns, is for rows. Okay, so I want to drop something. Okay, so I'll say data df dot drop. Okay, data df drop. Okay, drop, let's say drop 0. Okay, and this will see it will drop from data df, but the original data df value is not changed. So if you want to change, you have to say data df equal to data df 0. So if I say print after drop, sorry, after drop, print data df, and when you run it, up, not found access. Okay, it doesn't know which one to drop, correct? So I'll say access equal to 0. Oh, wait. What I'll need to do is, because it can have multiple values, right? It need not be one just single value. So actually drop expects list of values to provide. Ah. Okay, why? Because we have given this name, right? So it's not able to find 0. Okay, so we have to say A. Yeah. Okay, see, generally you will not give name to the row. That's why it would work. Now you see, I said drop A. Okay. Now even if I don't give here, I think it should work because it A is only on the row. So it knows that A should be for the row. Okay, so it will work. But it's always good practice to put access. Okay. So so when you say drop A, axis 0, that means I'm asking you to drop A along the row. Now if I want to drop city, so if I say drop city, again I can say here, okay, city. See what happens. Okay, city not found in axis because by default it is looking for row and it did not find city in the row. So it gave error. Now if I have to drop in column, I'll say axis equal to 1. Now you see your city is gone. Right? Now let's say you say, okay, I don't remember the name of the row, but I want to drop a particular index. Okay, yes, you can drop index as well using index also. How will you do using index? So again, because see, every time you drop, you have to say equal to it because any action you perform on data frame will not be saved by default to the data frame. Okay, so if you want to update your data frame, you have to say data frame equal to. Okay, I say drop. Now drop what? So drop data frame dot index. Sorry. Data frame dot index. Index of what? Let's say I say 1. So you can give index of 1. So see, one is what? See, this we dropped this one. So now this became 0, right? First we dropped A, right? A is gone. When A is gone, then the index will go to index 0 will be given to Virat.
B. Yeah.
Correct? So Dhoni is index 1. So Dhoni is
Okay.
gone.
Okay.
Okay?
Yep.
So Dhoni is gone. Now you want to give some condition. Okay? That drop only if name is Virat. Okay? So
Yeah.
we need to give condition. What is the condition? See, you whatever function you want to perform, this will be given, and condition is given in the bracket. Condition is given in the bracket. Okay, in the bracket you have the condition. In the bracket you will have the condition. So here what is my condition? I want to drop where name is Virat, let's say. So I'll say data df drop. Now I'm going to say data df dot, what is the function name? Name. Okay, since you're using dot, you don't give the quotation. If you're putting square bracket, if you're putting the square bracket, that's when you will give it in quotation. Okay, so here I'm saying data df dot name. That means I'm referring to the column directly. Okay, and I'll say equal to Virat. Uh-oh. I think I have given something here. Okay, sorry here. Okay, so this is the indexing part. Okay, sorry, not square bracket, indexing. So I have to give the square bracket here. Okay, this is index, right? So indexing we do using, this is function. Okay, and here you have to give as a index. So you don't say, do you want to do drop? No, right? We want to display only. Drop. See, drop is function, but we don't do drop. Okay, we will do index. Index, we will say data df dot name equal to Virat. Okay, so here you see I have selected data df equal to Virat. So you got only Virat. Okay, if I said not equal to Virat, I'll get everything except Virat. Because I'm just doing the indexing. Okay, this is indexing, not dropping. And whatever result I'm getting, I'm saving in the old value, old data frame. So data frame is replaced with these values, right? So this is how we are able to get all the values except Virat. Makes sense? So this is how you can use a particular condition on a particular column.
Yeah.
Okay. Then the last thing that we need to do before we get into actual exercise is to perform some kind of merge. Okay. So just give me a second. So you have user ID, use ID. Okay. This is use ID. This is user ID. User ID is human being. Okay. Person who's calling, and use ID is the entry for that particular use. So platform iOS, platform version is iOS version 10.2, device iPhone 7.2, and use type is 2, 1, 2, 3. So maybe 1 for call, 2 for internet, 3 for SMS. It could be something like that. Okay. Then here it is for the use ID. So the the description of use ID is here. So when you look at use ID 22787, so monthly MB data used is so much, outgoing SMS per month is so much, and outgoing minutes per month, okay, is so much. So this is the call charges, this is your SMS charges, and this is the okay, so minute, this is minute, okay, cost, and this is your MB, okay,
Data.
amount of internet use. So we can actually connect user usage to user device based on use ID, correct? We discussed about merging when we did database. How many types of merging did we discuss? Come on. Inner, outer, left, and right. What is inner? Forgot.
Inner means a common person.
Correct. Inner is common between both the tables, right? So joining column here is use ID. So if there is a use ID here, like let's say 22782, and this 22782 is not in the second table, then 22782 will not be included. Okay, inner join means it will only include common columns between common value between, it's like your intersection, common, which is there here also, there also, that will be included. Okay, if you are doing outer will have all the values. So if 22782 is not there here, then for these three columns you will have cross, null values, blank values. Okay, and left means left side data should be there, right side data will not be there. Data from the left table, the column table that you mentioned first while merging, that table data will be there. second table data will not be there. Right means second table data will be there, first table data will not be there. Okay, so we can merge these two and see how to merge. Now let's see if today raw is working. Yesterday it wasn't working, right? Generally in the evenings it doesn't work. That's what I notice. Otherwise we can download it and use it. Okay, let me see if I just downloaded. It's not working. It will not be this slow. D data set. Okay, X data set. C data set. No. So I think we need to download the data set. Okay. So what we'll do, okay, to download it, anybody can download it. Okay. You can also download my data set. Okay. So you go to this location data set here and you say here, download zip. If you click on download zip, all these data set, okay, will be downloaded. Okay. It's better you download and keep it. And instead of connecting through to the internet, we will connect it using local machine itself. Did you see? I think I have shared the complete screen, right? You
Yes,
should
sir.
be able to see what I'm doing. Okay, then then you zip it, unzip it. Okay, extract files here. So you get extracted and what happened?
Hi, sir. Hello.
Yes,
So I actually I need to go. I'm having meeting. So can you please share the recordings? We'll check. Okay.
sure. I'll send it or we'll meet tomorrow.
Yeah, we will meet tomorrow.